So it's kind of like a competitive tool that allows you to be much more competitive against your colleagues, against your coworkers, or against, other firms, for example. So if I'm a real estate agency, I would definitely consider, educating all of my agents on AI and how easy it is to 10x, 100x your productivity so that you can really beat that agency across the road, basically. Jen, as someone from academia, when I approached you about this idea, what did you think about it? Because I mean, overall, it's kind of like an introduction thing to AI, but what was it like for you to wrap your mind about, kind of like just introducing the science of it to just your average Joe, the folks, who are just working professional?
Well, I'm not a mathematician and I'm not an engineer. And those are the people who build the algos. And so from my perspective, and those are the people I've learned from as much as I can, trying to teach something so complex to people pre-chat GPT would have been very difficult because lay people weren't interacting with this technology. But from the perspective of like how we were going to educate professionals on how to use it to improve their workflow, it made me rethink a lot of how I had framed AI and machine learning generally, because all of a sudden what was less important was the underlying mathematics and principles, because the way that people could effectively interact with this technology was not by understanding those things or the complexity of neural nets, but really to prompt engineer and learn how to converse with the algorithm in a way that's different than, say, conversing with Google, right? Like we don't converse with Google. And so I think a lot of people that have started to adopt the technology are kind of using their old habits with ChatGPT. So it really required a shift. It's more about training people to think about how to leverage this technology, what kind of skills they have to focus on for that. But then also have people reflect on their own workflow as well, because the only way that technology really improves efficiencies is if you understand what, like your workflow in its entirety.